Alright everybody, how's it going? Today we are back with another Nomad survival video, and today we're going to be going over a guide for the first challenge on map number 1, the Dry Marsh. And this challenge is you are forced into the Voidwalker Ascendance, or Heritage, almost said Ascendancy. You're forced to play Voidwalker, which is not that big of a deal. Voidwalker's in a pretty good place right now. But you go 5 times as fast as normal. As you can see, I got the zoomies, which is actually really fun, but you can overshoot by a little bit. But yeah, so you're 5 times as fast as possible, or as normal. And then the enemies have 2 times HP and 2 times damage, so not really that big of a deal. And then the last stipulation is that you have to destroy the crystallized chests within a minute of them being spawned, or you lose. So overall, not the most difficult thing in the world, but it's definitely very fun. But the fact that it's on the first map definitely gives you some wiggle room, so we'll just go over kind of everything as this goes on, because I'm not going to be moving a lot. Here comes the third boss, which he's gone now. But yeah, let's just kind of go over everything, why we pick what classes, what heritages, heritage doesn't matter, and so on. So for classes, I'm playing the Necromancer right now because the Necromancer is very strong on the first map. It's a very strong class in general. I definitely like the character a ton, so by all means, you can play, honestly, whatever it is you want. And for the most part, you're gonna be all right. The only thing with this Necromancer is that it screams all over and over again, but you just play without sound, no big deal. The easiest classes for this, I would definitely recommend the Cultist, being that you can one-shot the crystallized chests, so you don't really have to worry about it. That's really the only stipulation in this challenge that's extremely difficult. 2 times HP and 2 times damage from the mobs, not really that big of a deal. But the fact that you can lose if you don't kill the chest in the first minute, actually impactful. So I would definitely go ahead and recommend Cultist, because you can one-shot the chests. Quickling is also going to be very strong here. Quickling is very good at destroying chests as well. So those are both 2 very good classes that are going to do really quick damage to those chests. So for that specific stipulation, I think those would be the best in those situations. Outside of that, you could really play whoever you want. I don't think there's anyone that's going to take more than a minute with the chests. I would just, if you're like even a little bit concerned, it's just simplest to go those 2 other classes. The Quickling would also be a lot of fun with the 5 times speed. I mean, he's a fast boy, so never a bad time. The only thing I would recommend is I would get Immaterial Cloak to level 5. Immaterial Cloak has had some changes recently, where it now can pull all of the items towards you every time it goes off once you hit level 5 on Immaterial Cloak. So that would be my one recommendation. Is Immaterial Cloak is great in this situation. Other than that, you can go whatever you want for weapon skills and passives. Obviously, depending on what class you're playing, you're going to go different weapon skills and different passives, but on the first map, it's not really that stressful. I like Necromancer because it lets me make my video a little bit easier, you know? But other than that, I'm going bow, I have Dancing Dagger up to level 10, Immaterial Cloak is level 10, and I've just been messing around. Oh lord, I might lose right here, but look at these zoomies. So I have the first relic of Ascension, as well as the first relic of, the second relic of Immaterial Cloak. And what those do is Ascension gives you 50% movement speed, and then Immaterial Cloak, the second relic, doubles your speed. So it's pretty funny. So those are always a blast, basically. What I should be doing is going Spectral Sword and SP regen, but it's not that big of a deal on the first map. But back to where we were. Yes, so weapon skills and passive skills outside of Immaterial Cloak level 5 to make leveling a little bit easier. You can go whatever you want. If you do go this route with Immaterial Cloak, definitely do not pick up Psychokinesis, which is the item pickup range. You don't need it because all of the items are going to be coming towards you. So just one less thing to worry about, basically. And Immaterial Cloak will also give you some wiggle room to get to wherever you need to as it knocks the enemies away. So it's a win-win. It's definitely one of my favorite items now. So that was a fantastic buff, I must say. Other than that, yeah, relics, weapon skills, passives, feel free to do whatever you want. Really the biggest deal during this is going to be making sure you get to those chests as fast as possible. So as long as you can get rid of those chests, you're not going to have that much of an issue. I will say, if you know you're having issues or struggling at all with the first map in general, I would always recommend getting Chain Light Shock up. Chain Light Shock is a very strong skill. It's going to do fantastic damage, really great clear, so I definitely recommend Chain Light Shock. If you don't have any of these like upper level classes unlocked, the Cultist would probably be your best bet, but Crusader is also very, very strong. So Crusader and Cultist also will make you very, very comfortable. They have very strong weapon skills. And then lastly, if you're struggling, go ahead and grab Study. Study is a fantastic passive that gives you bonus experience. This is going to help you level up faster. Leveling up faster lets you get more weapon skills and more passives. That way you're able to wipe the map as fast as possible. And then I always like to pick up Ascension. I'm leveling it up last here, but Ascension is that give all, be all, in my opinion. When it comes to, I don't know what passive to go, so take Ascension. Because Ascension, while it is a weapon skill, it has fantastic bonuses, so I definitely recommend it if you're struggling. Other than that, Colorless Glyph is kind of a meme, but it's a very strong weapon skill. If you get the relics with it, it's even better. If you pair Colorless Glyph with Crit Chance, it's a very strong ability. You might notice that I have my bows leveled up to max. Bows at max level are almost unstoppable. They're very, very, very strong, so would definitely recommend bow to you as well. And then just whenever you're in a situation with the boss, if you're like stressed out because the boss might be doing a lot of damage, or I know a lot of people struggle with the slime boss, which is the second boss on this map, just don't feel like you need to kill the boss as soon as possible. Killing the boss, like, it doesn't make things any easier or harder. Honestly, sometimes when you focus too much on the boss, you make yourself have a worse time, because you're focusing so heavily on making sure that the boss dies. So don't feel like you need to go and kill the boss. You can run away. You can wait until you're in a good situation and you're gonna have like a good take on the boss. There's not a lot of mobs around him. That way it's a lot easier. You're not as stressed not having to dodge a ton. So we'll just quickly kind of do a run back on everything I said. So for classes, the best classes in this situation are going to be Cultist and Quickly. The reason being, the challenge is that you are foisted into the Voidwalker heritage, so no choice on your heritage, and you go 5 times as fast. That's not really that impactful. It's kind of fun. You got zoomies, right? You can drift all over the place. The negatives are that the enemies have 2 times HP and 2 times damage, and every chest that spawns you have to take out within the first minute after it spawns. So the most important thing in this whole situation is making sure that the chests die within that first minute. The 5 times speed and the double damage and the double HP for the enemies, while that's a pain, it's not like you're not going to lose strictly because of that. But if you don't kill that chest in the first minute, you are going to lose. So you want to pick a class that is able to take out those chests as fast as possible. The Cultist can target the chests just like any other map item, like the red crystals, as well as the, gosh, what's on the second map? The portals. And you can one-shot those with the Cultist. So that's obviously going to be a great choice for this. The Quickling lets you single target, like DPS anything down very, very quickly. So those 2 classes are the best in the situation where you're worried about killing the chest. In general, you can play whatever class you want. The only one I might stay away from is Ratfolk Archer, and that's just because its weapon skill is so weak that you might struggle with the chests a little bit, but you can replace that with weapon skills and not worry about it too much. Heritage, you obviously are foisted into Voidwalker, so no big deal there. In regards to weapon skills and weapon passives, the only thing I think is important for you to get is Immaterial Cloak to level 5. This lets it have that magnet effect. It draws all the items and the EXP to you. This saves you any skill points you would put towards item pickup range. So I think that's a great choice for this situation. In regards to weapon skills, you can go whatever you're comfortable with. Obviously, you might want to have some good single targets, so like Fireball or Icicle Barrage. That way you can really focus on those chests when you're standing next to them. But other than that, feel free to go whatever you want. For great AoE clear, Colorless Glyph, Chain Light Shock, Dancing Dagger, and the Bow are all really good at AoE clear, so if you're worried about the mobs with their double HP and double damage, there's always good choices. You can pair those with Crit Chance and Duplication. Those are both really good. And then Ascension is always just a very great pickup in any situation because it gives you a whole plethora of stats. So It's always really good. And then lastly, Spectral Sword, just put 1 point into it if you don't feel like going all the way to level 10. That 1 point is going to do wonders for you in DPS. So overall, that is going to be my suggestion for you guys if you're going to take on this first challenge on the Dry Marsh. If you guys like the video, definitely give me a like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Lets me know that the videos are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that's helping you guys out. Other than that, feel free to stop by the Discord for Nomad Survival. You can find that on the Steam page for the game. There's a really great community of a ton of people that just really enjoy playing the game. They all like to help each other out. If you have any questions, you can ask me, you can ask anyone in the Discord, and even the developer, Fox. Very good at getting back to you with questions, feedbacks, bug reports, and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend you stopping by. Other than that, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will see you on the next one.